this video, I'm going to be showing you how to put on a rear main sill on a Chevy or GM 8.1 engine. Now this is a two-piece sill, and you can see it right here. It comes out. This is a compression ring. It's basically forced onto the crank right there. You cannot put it on the way a normal sill is put on. Right here is a special tool, and this is not a cheap tool, but it basically, the sill sets down in there, the outside piece sits on the outside, the inner piece sits on this inner lip right here, and then it gets bolted to the end of the crank right here, and you press it on. If you don't have the right tool, then basically what happens is you're going to end up smashing this lip right here, and you'll be buying another sill, because this it's rubber up in here and then it's metal out to here. It does have the metal out to the outside, but if you're trying to force this on, you're most likely not going to be able to get it on the crank straight, and you're going to end up getting it crooked. You pretty much have to have the tool. Now, I will tell you, I couldn't find the tool locally. I got the sill from O'Reilly's, but I could not find the tool anywhere. I ended up ordering this tool from Freedom Racing. I'm sure a lot of you have heard from them. This is actually the first time I've ever ordered anything from Freedom, but they were the cheapest place for the tool. So I'm going to show you here how to put it in. Okay, so you're gonna need to take the tool apart. You take the nut off from it right here, take the bearing off, and then you separate the two pieces. So then you have this piece right here that gets bolted to the end of the crank, and you can see this little insert right here fits perfectly in there, really tight fit, and the outside is basically the same diameter as what the crank itself is. So you'll look up in there, and I'm going to use this as the centering hole for this hole right here, and then I'm using the bolts that came with the installer to go ahead and screw it in right there. And this one on this side. Go ahead and make sure this is fully tight. Tighten it up. Now I'm working on this underneath the a Chevy C7500, so it's really tight. My camera is actually all the way out as far as the zoom goes, so sorry if it looks like I'm really close, because I am. Alright, so I got those two completely tight, and you can see, if you look around the edge, you can see that it's completely smooth all the way around. Once you get that up there like that, then you're going to place your sill. You know, it's going to be two pieces right here, but you're going to place your sill in the cup of the installer, and you can see how it fits there. And I'll go ahead and take it apart just so you can see. The inner piece right here sits on the inner lip like that, and the outer piece just sits on the outside, which it gets centered whenever you have the inner one on, so it sits on the outside. So whenever you put both of them together, they'll be assembled like this right here, and it'll just set right there in that lip. Now whenever you're pressing this on, you pretty much just turn it and press it all the way until it stops, and it'll, whenever you have the correct tool, it pretty much centers the sill the way that it needs to be setting on the truck. So right there, it's on. You'll turn it around, you'll slide this up. Now you do want to be careful whenever you're sliding it up and over the sill right there. It'll slide all the way up until there. Now I'm going to take this off just to show you for a second here. You can see how the sill is slid all the way up to the crank, setting on the installer. But we'll go ahead and, let me move the flashlight just slightly. I'm going to put the installer back on. And then I'm going to put the bearing, so it allows the nut to spin while it's hanging on to the base right there. Let me try to move the camera back just slightly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place the nut on there. Now, for most of you, you're probably not going to want to buy an expensive tool like this. The actual part number for the factory one down below, but once you got that on there, you'll just start tightening up, and you can see it's kind of actually going on by hand for just a second there. But you'll see up in here how it's pressing the seal into, and you'll just keep going until you press it in. Now it's became pretty hard, so now that I've gotten some resistance, I'm going to take my crescent and I'm just going to turn it on. Basically just keep doing this until it won't go on any further, because the tool will bottom out on the block and will stop. Now I do suggest you cleaning the end of the crank off before you do this. I did clean it off fully. And you'll see the tool slowly working its way down all the way to the block. And right there, it's pretty solid. You don't want to like break the tool off, but it's pretty solid right there. You can see the tool's bottoming out against the block. Now I can take back the tool off. And you want to be careful, don't drop any of this in the dirt down below you. I've got a piece of plywood that I'm laying on. See how easily that comes off right there. And you can see how the seal is pretty much flush with the base right there. That's exactly how it should be put on. Let me see if I can get you a different picture. So that's how you install the rear main seal. It's completely flush with the block right there. The tool puts it on there. Basically perfect, just like the factory. It's completely even all the way around. Now you could possibly try to make it on there without using the tool, but I would suggest you getting the tool. So now I'll go ahead and back these bolts out. All right, there we go. Get the flashlight up here, get you a little bit better view. You can see the seal right there. Basically a perfect install all the way around. Now the reason why I replaced this is because the oil was dripping off the bottom side right here with the old seal. Now I did clean it up really good beforehand. I'm not sure if you can see the residue and stuff, but all this is oil residue that was coming out of the seal right there. But anyways, that's how you change your rear main seal on a Chevy or GM 8.1 liter gas engine. Now keep in mind this is for the gas. I believe that the diesel, the tool is different, the seal is different, so the tool is different for it. This is the gas version. Anyways, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for me, like it, share it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching again, everyone.